I gave him everything, my love, my trust, my soul. But when betrayal surfaced, I built my vengeance piece by piece. Hello, my name is Evelyn Carter. I am 25-year-old. I always thought love was a sanctuary. That when two souls stitched themselves together, no storm could tear them apart. I believed in vows, in whispered promises at midnight, in the kind of devotion that burns through decades. When I met Daniel, I thought I had found it, my forever. I was wrong. Daniel was light. His laughter filled rooms like sunlight through open windows, and his hands held me as if I were fragile glass. I mistook that gentleness for permanence, mistook his vows for truth. I didn't see the shadows gathering behind his smile, didn't hear the falseness in the words that once made me tremble with love. For 7 years, I built my life around him. Our home, warm and full of music, was my castle. I gave him more than my time, more than my body, I gave him my heart entire. Every beat, every sacrifice, every dream bent around his orbit. I thought he carried it carefully, close to his own. Until I discovered he had given it away. To her. It began with fragments, tiny cracks in the glass I had polished so carefully. Late nights at the office. The way his phone lived in his hand, turned face down on the table. Perfume that clung to his shirt that wasn't mine, a sweetness too sharp, too unfamiliar. When I asked, he smiled. He brushed my cheek with his lips and told me I was imagining things. That he loved me. That I was the only one. But the truth doesn't stay buried. It seeps through the walls, through locked drawers and forgotten receipts. And one evening, as rain lashed the windows, I found it, an email left open on his laptop, addressed to her. My love, it began. She doesn't suspect. Soon, we'll be free. I read it once. Twice. 100 times, the words searing themselves into my skull. My love. Soon. Free. The room spun, the air grew thick, and I felt something fracture inside me. My heart, still loyal, still foolish, begged me to look away, to forgive. But another voice, colder, sharper, whispered from the depths of my bones, remember this pain. Carve it into your skin. He has betrayed you. And betrayal deserves fire. I didn't confront him then. No, storms do not announce themselves with thunder at first strike. They gather silently, building in strength, until they are unstoppable. So I played my part. The dutiful wife. I kissed him good morning, prepared his coffee, folded his shirts. I asked about his day, listened to his lies, let him believe I was still blind. All the while, I watched. Her name was Clara. I found her without difficulty. Social media leaves trails even liars cannot erase. She was younger, her smile polished, her life a stage of curated perfection. But what struck me most was how ordinary she was. There was no magic in her eyes, no fire in her laughter. Yet he had given her what he once swore belonged to me. My heart. At first, I wanted to scream. To claw at his face, to confront her, to tear the illusion apart with my bare hands. But rage without direction is wasted. I wanted more than outbursts. I wanted destruction, slow, inevitable, inescapable. So I began to plan. Every evening, when he left for her, I gathered pieces. Bank statements. Emails. Photographs. Proof of his betrayal layered like bricks in a wall. But proof alone was not enough. I needed to dismantle him, to strip away everything he valued, until he stood as hollow as he had left me. The first strike was subtle. I transferred funds, small amounts at first, then larger, from his accounts into one under my name. He trusted me with passwords, with signatures. Marriage had made me his silent partner in everything. By the time he noticed, it would be too late. The second strike was sharper. I whispered seeds of doubt into the ears of his colleagues, small rumors about his dealings, questions about his integrity. Nothing direct, just enough to stain his reputation, to make others look at him sideways, wondering what was true. And the third was for Clara. I dressed carefully the night I visited her. A black coat, my hair pinned back, my face calm as carved stone. She opened the door, surprise flickering in her eyes before recognition dawned. She began, but I silenced her with a raised hand. Yes. I'm his wife. Her face drained of color. She tried to stammer excuses, to reach for words that would soften the blow, but I wasn't there for her apologies. I don't care for explanations, I said coldly. I only came to tell you one thing, he will not be yours. Not ever. You may wear his attention for now, but it is borrowed, like a dress that doesn't belong to you. And soon, it will be ripped away. I left her trembling in her doorway. I didn't need her to fear me, I needed her to fear him. And fear, once planted, grows wild. She began to doubt him, to question his late arrivals, to wonder if his lies extended even to her. Their affair, once gilded with secrecy, soured under suspicion. And Daniel, the sweet Daniel, who thought he had outwitted me, returned home with lines carved into his forehead, frustration simmering beneath his smile. I watched it all unfold, silent, patient. Like a hunter waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And then came the night. He walked in late, reeking of whiskey, anger rolling off him in waves. Clara's gone, he spat, throwing his keys onto the table. She thinks I'm lying to her. Can you believe that? I looked at him, my face a mask of innocence. Lying? Why would she think that? His eyes narrowed, suspicion flickering for the first time. But it was too late. Because the storm had broken. The next morning, his accounts were frozen. His boss called him in, demanding explanations for missing documents I had so carefully removed. Clara, convinced of his duplicity, cut ties entirely. And I, his faithful wife, filed for divorce, armed with evidence that painted him as the betrayer, the liar, the man unworthy of trust. He tried to fight. He begged, he raged, he swore he still loved me. But his words no longer pierced me, they slid off like raindrops against stone. I gave you my heart, I told him, voice steady, eyes cold. And you gave it to her. But now, Daniel. I've taken everything back. The divorce court sided with me. Assets, property, the house that once echoed with laughter, all mine. He left with nothing but the clothes he wore, his reputation in tatters, his career smoldering. And I walked away whole. My heart still bore scars, yes. But scars are not weakness. They are reminders of battles survived, of fires endured. Sometimes, late at night, I wonder if he thinks of me. If he lies awake in some rented room, haunted by the empire he lost, by the woman who slipped from his grasp. If he regrets giving away what was never his to give. I no longer weep for him. Love once blinded me, but betrayal sharpened my sight. And now I know, when you hand someone your heart, you must be prepared for them to drop it. But when they do, you have a choice. To break with it, or to rise, burning, from the ashes. I chose fire. Thanks for watching.